be it. This could be Kai with his first evasion. And that's it. First tag is given. Do it again. Yes, he will. And the tag is on. Next up, it's going to be Hollywood versus UGEN. A grudge match that we've seen before and we're all going to love to see again. Keep an eye on the strategies for this one is all I'm going to say.
You know, we're getting dream matches. We're getting dream matchups with the individual athletes. Hollywood has faced UGEN 3 separate times in the past, and they have won every single time, so UGEN has something to prove here.
And it's Orlando DeVoe, the prodigal son of Chase Tag, stepping up first to try and tag Carson Palmer, one of the newer athletes. They've met up against each other in London not too long ago for the Brent Cross Chase-Off. And now they're going to settle the score here again. Orlando tracking his way very quickly down towards the loading bay. Oh, and it's a beautifully quick tag behind the cube over there, Jay. This is what we want to see in the first match.
Yeah, if that's any indication on how this is going to go, I mean, throwing out Orlando first, I feel like there's only one option. It's going to be Kai. It seems like they want to throw him in. You see Amy and Kai talking to one another. Amy saying, "Amy Orlando, I want to tag him," and that's what we're about to witness.
Amy Baldwin stepping up to try and stop Orlando getting an early evasion. Oh, when the first tag is given, it's a spike in less than 3 seconds.
The venue is going absolutely insane. Amy with a sub 4-second tag on one of the best to ever do it, that being Orlando DeVoe.
Oh, excellent commitment there from Amy.
Athletes ready!
All right, and it's Dayne, springy Dayne, that steps up to try and stop Amy from getting a first point on the board. And it's almost in the exact same position. Dayne through the ridge, quick tag.
You know, we see a lot of these receipts, we'll call it, where a lot of teams will get tagged in one spot, and then the other team will tag them in the same exact spot and say, "You're not going to play our game. We know exactly what you're about to do because we just did it."
Grant hitting him now, stepping up. Now, these two have never competed before. This could be quite interesting. Dayne starting behind the loading bay. Dayne with a full sprint down towards the front line, keeping that momentum up, trying to throw Grant off his pace. Scrambling underneath the sisters now, back towards the loading bay. He's just doing laps around this quad, Jake. Grant needs to stop his momentum at all costs, but he's just entered into the pace cycle now. Oh, and there it is. He cuts him off just under the mountain at 18 seconds.
That was looking so strong from Dayne, but I do believe Dayne fell into the trap of just running the perimeter and not keeping eyes. You see him look back right at the tilted cube, but it might have been just way too late, and in fact it was too late, and he got tagged. But we now have Haroon, one of the toughest men to ever evade against, up on the Chaser's plate.
Haroon the Harpoon now taking on Grant. Oh, I mean, I don't even need to say anything else on that one.
And a stare down on opposite sides of the mountain. A quick tag indeed. Haroon did get an evasion in the opening round of their last matchup.
All right, Gabe Torres now stepping up. Haroon trying to get the first evasion on the board as we enter chase 16. Chase 6, sorry, of these 16 chases. Haroon behind the ridge, ushering to his team. Gabe, calm and collected. Haroon behind the ridge now, wasting time beautifully. Cutting across to the sisters, where Gabe makes the tab quickly. Haroon says, "No, you didn't tag me." Gabe will now go for a second opportunity. Or will they? Okay, it's a standoff. I like it. Very, there it is. Thanks, Gabe. Beautiful.
It is definitely tough. Gabe 100% thought he got that tag, and it seemed like he did as well, barreling into the wall by the sisters. Now, if a tag wasn't in there, I do wonder if they would have reviewed it for going out of bounds on Gabe's part. But we seem to move on. Richard on the plate. Score remains 0-0 at chase 7.
Gabe behind the ridge. Now quickly back towards the loading bay. Oh, and back against the ridge. He's going back and forth. Will he do it again? Yes, he will. And the tag is on. The chase is on. Gabe over the sisters now. Stopping Richard at the tilted Kubu. Calm and collected, goes for the dive. Those long arms and those big hands getting a secure tag.
Really, going from Haroon to Richard, you have some of the longest wingspans in this sport currently. And it is so tough to get away from them in those tight areas like the tilted cube. But we have Baldwin answer against Richard Thompson.
And here we go. Kai Baldwin, the answer to many of Hollywood's problems. Quickly over the front line towards the tilted cube, idling quickly. Yeah, quick tag being made there at the tilted cube. Very, very quick. The answer is received.
Beautiful work by Kai there. I mean, just, not going for the Viper, which is the dive through the bottom bars of the tilted cube there, but he just inched his way in, waited for Richard to make a move, and he was able to get the tag.
For any jargon help, visit Coach Connor Commentary on Instagram. He breaks down all of these jargons that we're using over here. And it's going to be Dave trying to stop an early lead from Kai, who hits the reverse whack. Now, under the sisters he goes. Behind the tilted cube, almost comes out of the way of the tag over there, but Dave says no.
Yeah, very, very close, but the tag was made with that reach over the tilted cube. Kai not able to, gain the distance he needed. We do have Carson up on the Chasers right now. Score still remains 0-0, Greg. I mean, this is the match. This is the exact way we thought this match would go.
And well, 6 chases to go. Carson Palmer trying to stop any early points on the board. Dave over the mountain. Around the back of the tilted cube, trying to get his way out of that tag. Carson says, not today, buddy, not today.
Bit of a scramble there from Dave coming off the tilted cube, but Carson doing a great job keeping his eyes on him the entire way through, securing the tag. We move into the last handful of chases though, as we have Orlando DeVoe up on the Chasers plate, a bullet for sure. Let's see how Carson deals with it.
Nice quick aim over here. Orlando over the front line. Slowing down as he approaches the tilted cube. Now springing back up over the mountain. And it's a quick jump down. Carson panicked to see Orlando DeVoe coming to the top of the mountain, and the tag is made.
Yeah, we talk about always keeping eyes on the chaser. But there are some people that it becomes very hard to do against, and Orlando's one of them. Amy, back up off the chaser. And I have Orlando's number. Even me again, and let's see what she can do.
I am loving this switch up of strategies here. I thought UGEN were going to show it, but Hollywood are. Amy into the ridge. It's the same position as before. Orlando waits for the opportunity, but Amy gets a very quick tag again, Jay.
Incredible work. Just stalling a little bit, right? Orlando thinking that he's playing his game, but in the end, Amy was playing her game. Just waiting for that opportunity to strike. She moves so quickly in those very close areas. And getting Orlando out of there is so good on Hollywood's part, but the score still remains 0-all.
Amy trying to get the first points on the board. She starts behind the ridge. Dayne on the Chasers plate with a quick cut and misses the tag. Now he'll track down over the sisters into the tilted cube. Goes for the tag, but Amy doubles back. Amy under the sisters. Oh, but Dayne just about gets the swipe tag. That's the second time that Amy's tagged Orlando, and Dayne has tagged Amy.
Like I said, usually when you go in with this, you can't just throw in random people. You have to have answers for people. If one team sends in this athlete, you know what athlete you're throwing in. And it seems like both teams have a read on each other. Now we see Kai Baldwin up on the plate.
Well, Dayne was always sent in to tag me, and he did it mostly successfully. But let's see if Kai can tag Dayne. Kai under the mountain, just about misses the swipe there. Putting on the jets now, and successfully hunting down one of the quicker guys in the sport.
Yeah, definitely. Dayne trying to win in a foot race against Kai. I don't think that was ever going to work. But Kai able to get the tag. Now, at 0-0, we move into match point. If Kai can evade, they win this match. So it's all on UGEN to get a tag here.
And Dave, the team captain, taking all the pressure here. Kai looking for the win. Starting behind the ridge. Exploding across the front line now. Dayne taking the high ground. Dave taking the high ground. Into the lazy boy. Now the race is on. Kai behind the ridge. Dave with a swipe and a tag. Just about clutching that over there for UGEN.
A beautiful tag there by Dave, not letting Kai get too much distance. Now, I was wrong yesterday saying that we never had a match go 0-0 into sudden death. Apparently we have. But now seeing one so close to, I believe it happened at the Brent Cross Chase-Off, if this match goes to sudden death at 0-0, that just shows the caliber these athletes are playing.
Very closely matched. Dave looking for the win over here, but Gabe trying to stop it. Dave behind the lazy boy. A lot of time being wasted here by Gabe and Dave, and the jump shoot through is it. This is it, Jake. We're going to go to sudden death, like you said, like we saw at the Brent Cross Chase-Off between these two exact teams.
Absolutely incredible. And again, if it shows just how well these teams are playing, the fact that UGEN right now is pushing Hollywood, I would say, to their limit. Again, for everybody in the chat, remember, Hollywood, world champions in the sport. UGEN have lost every time against them that they've seen them in a competition. But UGEN saying, not now. You guys won a championship, now it's our time to beat you. And we're going to put that blemish on your record here. Let's see if they can do it. Hollywood throwing in Amy, one of the quickest taggers so far on Hollywood, in against, I believe it was, we need to see who's up. I don't know if that is Sam on UGEN as we get into the first sudden death.
Julian, Indiana, you are correct. The level of athleticism has once again gone through the roof as we see Amy Baldwin on the chaser plate trying to take down Sam. Remember, longest evasion wins here. Sam behind the loading bay up onto the mountain as he stutters. That famous Sam stutter. Behind the tilted cube now, Sam over onto the sisters at the lazy boy. Amy needing to go for an opportunity here, but she misses the first. Sam now creating a bit more distance over the sisters towards the lazy boy. Amy needs to make a move, but she's missing out. Sam could get the evasion. Oh, it's either a tag with evasion at the 19-second mark. That's going to be very, very tough to face down, Jake.
An absolute amazing way for UGEN to start this off, right? We never really see full-on evasions and sudden death. They happen so rarely. But now it puts so much pressure on Hollywood Freerunner. Who do you throw in? My guess would be you either throw in Kai or Gabe, right? Some of the quickest people on the team. Kai, I definitely think, will be Hollywood's answer to it. But now does UGEN put in Haroon, who is known for tagging every single person. And if there's ever a time to tag somebody, it's during this sudden death. And that's exactly the matchup we seem to be getting.
Show you how much of a profile these athletes have in there. Haroon giving in to peer pressure from the crowd to see him take on Kai Baldwin, one of the best chasers and one of the best evaders. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. This is going to be insane. Kai Baldwin behind the ridge, a confident starting position, which you see all too often. Kai now tracking his way to the loading bay, juking back and forth under the mountain. Haroon calm and collected, but Kai sends him spinning. Kai now behind the ridge. Haroon with one or two opportunities to go, misses the first. Kai now behind the loading bay again. Haroon swiping through, but missing the second. This could be it. This could be Kai with his first evasion. And that's it. Haroon and Hanafi with the 100% tag rate loses it.
Oh my goodness. If this is an evasion, you see Haroon throwing up a tag, a DTC, you know, thinking he got him from that dive through the loading bay. This will mean we go into a double sudden death. I don't know how many times that's ever happened. I'm sure it has in the earliest competitions, but a double death is absolutely insane. But I don't know. It seemed as if Haroon just might have gotten a fingertip on Kai. It'd be so hard to see it.
The tension is mounting, Jake. I can't stand it anymore. Come on, give us
only time will tell. We're about to get the answer.
Oh, the microphone's not working. No. Not a tag. Evasion given. Hollywood Freerunners get the evasion.